I'm Michelle from Legal Suite, and in this webinar we are going to discuss the check sheet screen for a conveyancing matter. Now, for the purposes of this webinar, I have selected a transfer matter which has already been completed with pretty much all of its information. Okay, so the purpose of the check sheet is to give you a sort of summary of the matter, pretty much all the details as well as where you are on the matter, and allows you to update your progress as you go along without having to go into various screens. So anything that you update or insert on the check sheet screen will automatically update the relevant part of the program. Right, so here I am standing on my transfer ABC Builders to MA Bentley and Q Bentley. And the check sheet icon is the second icon from the left on the second row of icons. Alternatively, you can press your F7 key on your keyboard. Okay, so let's go into the check sheet, and here it is. Now, in keeping with the general convention of Legal Suite, the blue stripe at the top will tell you what it is that is being displayed. And here we can see that we are looking at the basic matter details. So we know it's a transfer, it's a conventional transfer, our file reference, our matter description, date instructed, language, who it belongs to, which branch of my firm, and what plan of action I'm using. And as I mentioned, any of this information can be edited. So for example, if I change the description of the property to also include the IRF number, for example, and I clicked on OK, it would automatically be updated in the matter details. So I've just double clicked on the matter, and here you can see that the program has in fact updated that. Okay, so let's go back to our check sheet. So the matter details, the transfer details, again, these are taken from the DocGen database. Please do have a look at completing the DocGen database for transfer or for any other type of matter. And again, it is simply brought forward all the various details. And there you can see sale date, purchase price, deposit, if there was a deposit due. And it's also brought forward or is displaying the fact that I have an existing bond with a cancellation as well as a new bond to be registered and their attorneys there. Parties, these are all the parties that are involved in the matter. This is a direct copy from the parties to the matter screen, and here you can see my client, who's also my seller, my two buyers, my estate agent, my estate agency, and my various collaborations. Now, again, if I were to insert an additional party here, it would automatically be updated on the party screen. So, buyer and seller, again, just a very quick breakdown of contact details for my buyer and for my seller, work, home, cell, and email address. The property, again, if I were to click on the change button, it would simply open up the changing property screen, which is embedded in the DocGen database, and I can then make any changes that may be necessary. And again, please do have a look at our webinar on how to complete a property for a transfer matter. Right, onto the estate agents. Here, again, this is a direct lift from within the DocGen database, so I can see who my estate agency is and what my commission is. Now, the checklist is a basic, as it says, checklist. It's a to-do list of all the various things that you need to do on the matter. Now, you can see that the ones that I have done are marked in green, and the ones I have yet to do are still marked red. So I've yet to obtain my original title deed and my pro forma costs, but I have obtained my rate certificate, my transfer duty, and so on and so forth. And as I mark these items as done, you will see the little cross changes to a little green tick. So at a glance, you can see what you need to do. Now, this list will be tailored according to the nature of your parties. So as you can see, I have parties married out of community of property, so it is asked for an antenuptial contract. I have a juristic entity, so it is asked for documents relating to a juristic entity, as well as various other bits and pieces. Okay, if you wanted to view the checklist item, click on the view button and up it comes. If I want to view an already done item, it will give me a description, the date it was done and the employee who did it. If I realize that I have marked one done accidentally, I can simply say not done, and the little tick will be removed, as will the information of the employee who did it. Right, critical steps. These are related directly to the reminders. So please do have a look at our webinar on how to attend to reminders in order to use the reminders. But to use it from here, you would simply stand on the highlighted item and click on Done. Okay, I have events triggered to this, so I'm just going to say no. And you can see here, it will insert the date it was done. Now, this is a test matter from 2017, so you can see I'm horrendously out of date and have a little sad face next to my item because I'm very, very far out of time. But if you are within the time allotted by your plans of action, you will have a little smiley face. Also, please note that these critical steps are used with our Legal Suite online product. So please do have a look at that webinar. Right, on to milestones. The milestones are pretty much the most important items in the matter. For example, received documents, that would be your initial instruction documents, documents signed, documents sent to DA's office, lodged, prep, and registered. So again, you can see these are my target dates. I have not completed any of them. Had I completed them at the critical steps, for example, if we just go down to lodged and our mark it as done, you will see that at my milestones, that date will carry forward. And then finally, our file notes. Again, this is an exact copy of the file notes screen. So please do have a look at how to use file notes on a matter. And if you were to either delete a file note from the screen, it would automatically be deleted from the file note screen. And if you were to insert a file note, it would automatically be updated on the file note screen. So let's go and have a look at that. There is the file note I've just inserted. Okay, so the check sheet, just to recap, is a summary of your matter, but you can also update various details from here without having to go into the various screens.